afternoon, everybody. How we doing today? All right, as you can see, bubble wrap. As you got, dang, kaboom, kaboom. Now, as you guys can see, hang on just a second. I feel like I'm having to talk to the microphones in right quick. We're not gonna run with the microphones though. I might do it with the Bluetooth, but I kind of doubt it. Shalom. .9 for a radio check, radio check, radio check. How we all doing today? Just a friendly reminder, if you've not got that thumbs up button yet, smash it, mash it, punch it, kick it, lick it. We do not care how you do it. Stop smurfing on it. Now, as you've seen outside, what we've got here is Nick. How you doing today? What we've got here is the e-bike. Let me step out here and talk to you guys. Now what we've got here is the e-bike and the one wheel. What I'm gonna do, now I've not had a whole lot of practice on this thing, but I've had enough that I feel pretty confident in going ahead and trying to live stream. Now I so wished that I would have that I had recorded the very first ride on that. That would have probably got Nick's 1,000,000 views, probably. That would have probably definitely got Nick's 1,000,000 views. That crash and burn was horrendous, man. I've got the bruise that I've got is right here. Right here. And it's from this part of my leg to that part of my leg. And that's about the size of it right there. That's just about the size of it. But I got pants on, so I can't show you guys. Oh, I tell you what, man. Hopefully we don't fall. Hopefully. Everybody keep their fingers crossed that I don't fall, because I do not want to mess the camera up. So what we're gonna do first is we're gonna ride the e-bike, so you guys can see the screen, how shaky or shaky it may not be. We're gonna, I don't know how much riding we're gonna do on the e-bike around town, but I want to kind of map out just a small area on the board to do. No, afraid not. Going back to work tomorrow. Matter of fact, let me see if they sent me my load info yet. Yes, they did. They sent me my load info. I pick up tomorrow in Tennessee. It's a first come, first serve between 8 a.m. and 13, 14, 15, 16, 4 o'clock. Pick up between 8 a.m. and 4 a.m. or 4 p.m. tomorrow in Tennessee. It's up around the Nashville area. And we'll be delivering to Utah. So no, we're not staying off duty until Monday or Tuesday or whatever. I am leaving out tomorrow, sometime tomorrow. I don't know exactly what time, but I'll definitely be started up by probably 10 a.m. Eastern time tomorrow. So my legs are worn out from yesterday. Yesterday I sat and I rode and I rode and I rode just in my driveway. I didn't get out and I didn't ride around town or nothing like that. A short travel to the pickup, about 3 hours, three and a half hours, something like that. Did you know someone in Tennessee owns locomotives? No, didn't know. Anyway, as soon as the bleeding stops. So, what we're going to do is we're going to start out on the e-bike. We're going to ride it around town. I'm going to map out. I'm not going to do as much of a ride on the one wheel as I'm going to do on the e-bike, because I just want to map out where I'm riding. And my legs are still, they're sore. Now my legs are not sore from the crash. Make sure we've got that part figured out. My legs aren't sore from the crash. My legs are sore from riding it yesterday. I practiced and practiced and practiced yesterday, because I want to get good enough to where I can hold the camera while we're rolling on the one wheel. I want to get comfortable enough, is what I'm getting at. Comfortable enough. And I feel pretty comfortable, but my legs are tired, so I'm not going to be able to stand on that thing for a huge amount of time, I don't think. The thing about the e-bike is, now the e-bike, it's not faster. It by all means is not as fast as that one wheel. The one wheel can go faster, but I'm not going to make it go faster because I don't want to crash and burn at 20 miles an hour. The e-bike, its top speed's 15. The top speed on the one wheel is 20. I'm nowhere near 20 miles an hour. Nowhere near. Well, we're going to ride around town, though. We're going to ride around town. That's what I should have did. I should have got something for my first ride, because, man, that fall was epic. It was epic. And I did not have a helmet on. I still don't have any elbow pads. That's my elbow from the crash. I still don't have any elbow pads. No knee pads. But I think, hopefully, I do not intend on falling today. Do not intend on falling. Just because I don't intend on falling don't mean I won't. But I'm going to do my best to map out an area and ride it to where hopefully we don't fall. Hopefully. I don't want to fall today. I don't want to bust my phone. So tomorrow, sometime tomorrow, probably 10 or 11 a.m. Is when I'll leave out tomorrow to head to the pickup. We'll do the pickup. Got a cup on? No. And as a matter of fact, I do not have my fender on either. Let's see. Not have my fender on. The wheel is open. All right, now the way I'm going to do this is I'm going to put you guys on the bike the way we normally ride. I'm going to put you guys on the bike the way we normally ride. Now, when I ride the one wheel, I'm going to have you guys on this thing. This is what I use when I do the walk-arounds. So I'm going to put you guys on this thing. Now, the one-wheel ride is definitely going to be slower, hopefully. I hadn't thought about all the red lights and stuff, but anyway, let's get this show on the road. How about it? I'm going to go ahead and take these microphones out. We're going to do this barefoot, and I'm not going to be reading comments at all while I'm on the one wheel. Not going to even try it. Not going to chance it. Not going to look at them, and it'll probably be a while before I start reading comments on that one wheel. Just a free thumbs up button. Yes, smash it, mash it, punch it, kick it, lick it. Do not care how you do it. Stop smurfing on it. Don't be a part of the salty crew. 100 people on the one wheel. Now, I'm not going to be doing any kind of booms or anything either. Not gonna be doing no booms today. I do not have multiple commercials turned on. Let me get this one wheel and put it up actually. Because the one wheel, I'm gonna put it up. And now let me tell you this, guys. This freaking one wheel is just about, if not, as heavy as that e-bike is. But it's easier to get in and out of the truck. For sure. I tell you what, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna take me a goodie powder in preparation. And Bad Donkey wanted me to tell everybody hello and thank you so much for helping him out. That meant a great deal, and he does appreciate it. Now, like I say, we're going to start this out on the e-bike. I don't know for sure, you know, what the exact route's going to be. E-bike versus, I'm going to try to find us a decent spot. And run them both on the same path, but I want to study it with the e-bike so that we know. All right, let's get you guys on the e-bike. How about it? Now, if you want the boom, you better get them 100 thumbs up pretty quickly. No boom. Alright, now, like I said, I want to map out the ride with the e-bike. So we're going to do more riding on the e-bike than we are the one wheel, I think. But here, this might be a good route to do this. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna run us the route that I would like to start out, or I'd like to do with the e-board, and then I'll decide once we get on the e-board and start rolling how feasible it's gonna be, if I can or if I can't. Hopefully we don't fall, like I say. All aboard. So this is what I'm thinking. I may run down through here. If we don't get run over by... Oh, look at that. I forgot my freaking helmet, y'all. Not cool, not cool. Okay, so, but this is... I don't know why I forgot my helmet for. Where did I have that thing sitting at? Here's going to be my thing, is coming up to the stops to start with. Wait a minute. I gotta change y'all's camera view. This ain't good on the e-bike. Yeah, I left my helmet in the truck. Hopefully I don't forget it on the one wheel. Now I want to put you on this view because this is how I normally run it. So it wouldn't be fair to put it on the other view. But here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking we're going to come down through here and we'll do one of the splits here. Actually, probably better over here. But now, e-bike, I would normally just run down the road because this sidewalk is narrow. But on the one wheel, I'm going to want to be on the sidewalk. Hey! But it's narrow. It's narrow right through here, so let's see. Got people on the sidewalk, so I'm gonna have to take the road on this part. Maybe. Yeah. Yeah, we got people on the sidewalk. So we'll take the road right here. Now see, my biggest concern is going to be the stopping and going. But now I do want to run up through here. I gotta make an ATM stop, guys. All right, I'm gonna park in right here for a second. I gotta get some money out for Tasha. Give me just a minute. Are y'all in focus or no? It doesn't look like it. I did not clean the screen. Dang it. Who wants to ride up here and see Tasha? But now we're not gonna ride up there on the board. I'm gonna try to keep it on level ground. Tasha needed some cash, so that's why we're stopping. All right, who wants to go see Tasha? Let's go see Tasha, how about it? She didn't hear me. I'm trying to wave at her to see if she'll see me, but she is not seeing me. Can Tasha come step out for just a minute? Can Tasha step out for just a second? Okay. That was her boss. Maybe she can. They're pretty dang busy. That's her handing pizza out the door right there. Check it out, y'all. All right, not out the door, out the window. Tasha's in the window. Oh, that was her. That was her boss that I asked, the owner of this place. He was the one I asked if she could come out. I got the live stream going. Say hi to everybody.
I'm busy.
She is busy.
Hey, everybody.
Oh, okay. Tasha's. We just stopped in to say hi.
Go to the drive-thru window. Brian was like, "Can you step out for a minute?" What? Who is it? I gotta go back in though. I'm busy.
He's like that bald-headed guy.
No, he didn't say that. I love you.
I love you. Thank you for stopping by. Or stopping out.
Thank you for coming to see me. I miss all y'all.
All right.
Oh, it's hot.
Yeah, it is hot. She's busy, so we're going to get to riding and let her get back to work.
I love you.
Love you. All aboard. I'm going to give him a wave. All right, let's see. Now, we will not be traveling this fast on the one wheel. Absolutely not. And now, the only thing, what we're not going to do is we're not going to cross to right here. We come out from right over there. I'm going to circle around. We might just do a complete circle. Because this is mainly what I'm wanting to do, is this right here. Depends on how my legs feel once I get on. We might make a right here and go down to the park. I don't know. But this riding through here is mainly what I'm wanting to do. Because see, we're on the bricks. I don't know how shaky it is right now. We're on the bricks. Which is, you know, pretty sick. It was a rough ride before on the bricks. Now wood. Too bad the water's not crisp and clean like it normally is. When it rains, this river is muddy. When it does not rain, it's actually nice and clear. Looks good. But now, as far as the one wheel goes, we're only going to get about 3 to 5 miles per hour. Hopefully, not over that. Hopefully, as long as I can stay balanced, it's all right. Wait a minute, look guys, see the blue line? That is the, where's my hand at? That is the Georgia-Tennessee state line right there. And the sign, well, as soon as this car moves, I'll show you. That's, come on people, move. that's where everybody likes to take their pictures for the Georgia-Tennessee state line. Plus there's another part, but you know. Now see, I would go that way, but going over the speed bump's not gonna be easy for me. And hitting the grass, well, it's not gonna be easy either. And maneuvering the sidewalks really is what I'm aiming to do with it, is maneuvering the sidewalks. Alright, hang on just a second. Oh, wait a minute. We can leave. I forgot, I can leave you on right here. And there may or may not be that much difference in the there may or may not be that much difference in the ride. I don't know. May or may not be. Let me go unlock this door. I'm gonna put you guys back on the dash while I prepare for the next ride, because I do have to put the e-bike up. So I got my helmet. And of course, What about town name? Yeah, Bobbyville. Alright, I'm gonna give the lens a clean while we're in here. Because that I did forget to do. Sidewalks being smaller, wider. Yeah, there's a lot more traffic and stuff right now. What I want to kind of do is, you guys have seen the process of me putting the e-bike up and whatnot. Jordan, how you doing? 9 for a radio check. Radio check. I'm gonna put the microphones on for it right now. Just while I'm putting up, what I'm gonna do is I gotta put my bike up. I don't really trust it sitting out, even though we're in a small town like we are. Well, you just never know who's gonna walk by. Never know. So I'm gonna have to set my e-bike up on the steering wheel, at least on the driver's seat. That way I don't have anybody snatching it while we're out riding the one wheel. And I know a lot of you guys might be here to see the fall, but please keep me in your prayers that I don't fall. Keep your fingers crossed, whatever it is that you do, I don't fall. Because not that I care to fall. I don't care to fall. That, don't get me wrong. That really don't bother me that well. Most of the time, I just don't want to mess up the camera. That's all. That's my big fear right now, is falling and messing up the camera. So keep your fingers crossed, or your prayers going, that we don't fall and drop the camera. If we do fall, that I have enough control that we don't destroy the camera. Because that I don't want to do. I do not want to destroy our camera, because we won't be able to do live streams. This is my live stream camera. Oh yeah. Now, by the way, guys, real quick, while we're sitting here, you know how we was talking about getting the Starlink to do the live stream so there's less buffering, and that we could do donations and blah blah this and blah blah that. And I almost did it. I almost said, well, let's skip the one wheel and let's do the Starlink. Okay, while I've been off this go around, I did have a particular internet reach out to me and asked me to do a review type deal for their internet, for their traveling internet. I'm not going to go into any kind of detail what it is right now, but it is not Starlink. So they reached out to me and offered me a deal to advertise for them. I'm not going to be able to get it this go around because it just didn't mesh up. I mean, they might be able to get me the product tomorrow, somewhere between tomorrow and Tuesday, but I've got to go through the contract and everything and get the contract set up. But I am going to get some internet, so as the next time we come in, we're going to have some traveling internet, and I will be advertising who it is because it is a deal that's being set up for their advertisement. So when we come back in on home time next go around, we're going to be running a little bit different than what we are right now as far as internet goes. It may be better, it may not be better, but we're going to give it a test run. We're going to see how it does, and if it does good, or even if it don't do good, we'll be advertising it then. Yeah, but they did reach out to us, and I have been communicating with them. They did send me the paperwork or contract or whatever it is you want to call it. They did send me all that to get it going. All I got to do is wait for them to ship it to me, but I can't wait here for them to do it. So I look forward to getting hooked up on that. Hopefully it's bye-bye Buffalo, hopefully. Fingers crossed, and if it is, it will be broadcasted on who is powering our live streams from here on out once we come back in. So it's a good thing. What I'm getting at is maybe it's a good thing that we went ahead and pushed Starlink to the side and went ahead and got this, because now I've got it set up to where next time we come in, we're going to be running off a different internet when we go back out. Next time we come in. There you go. There you go. Smoke signals and pigeons. But I just figured I would let you guys know that much of it right now. It is in the works, and we're going to have a different system set up when we do come out. But I'm not going to be broadcasting who it is until after the fact. That way they get their proper advertisement, because I do have to advertise for them. Alright, I'm getting the one wheel out right now. I don't know why I drug it around the seat for. Not real sure why I done that. Now, I want you guys to know that this freaking thing, if I didn't say it, this thing is almost, if not just as heavy as this thing. The only difference is it's not as bulky, and it's got a handle, and I can do it one-handed. This one, a little bit more bulky, have to use both hands to do it. It's not that fun getting in and out of the truck. It really is not. It's not as easy as I originally anticipated. Because in order to put it in and out of the truck, I do have to kind of break it down. It is a bulky pain in the butt to do. I don't know if you guys have seen me break it down very much, but you flip the pedals in, it splits in the middle, the handlebars lay down. So we'll flip the pedals in. lock. I'm gonna put the bars down, and I'm just gonna set, I may not even set it in the truck. I may set it up on the catwalk, I don't know. And it's not that bad. I mean, it's a little heavier than the one wheel is, I do believe. It's a little heavier. It's not that bad, but it's not as convenient as I originally thought it was going to be. I'm gonna sit it in here in the truck. That way I don't have to worry about it. So, and let me show you how it looks. Normally, see, that's just part of the process right there. What I done was I set it right here. Normally what I do is I put it. Okay. And I tell you what, that's. Oh, I know, Lorna. I know you're not. I know you're not. I'm working on it. I'm trying my best. I'm actually at the one spot. I come down here and I decided to stop again to see if I could get it going. I've actually crossed Main Street already. All right, are we finally back? Now, what I done, I went ahead and I rode down to the red light, and I crossed right there at the post office. Now, I'm at the coffee shop right in front of the bridge. All right. I'm gonna try this one more time. Are you guys still with me? Are you still with me right now? Let me see a show of hands for who's still watching. Easy peasy, how you doing? All right, good. Now what I did, the truck's over there. I rode down the street like how I originally done on the bike. I come down to the red light, I come through, talked to two people. One person said, I expect to see that on YouTube tomorrow. I said, well, if you'll go look right now, I'm working on getting it up right now, this very second. So we crossed where the post office is at. We come in here. We're back at the coffee shop now. We're back at the coffee shop. All right, now I'm going to stop paying attention. I was paying more attention to it than I wanted to because I knew it went into that buffer. All right, here we go. Now, like I was saying earlier, it's a definite slower ride than the e-bike is by far for now. As I get used to it, will definitely pick up the speed as I get used to it. As of right now, though, it's going to remain a slower ride until I get used to it. Now, I have got this up to 11 miles an hour already. Not today. Not today. Now, we're not going to ride up to where Tasha was at. Now, if this looks better so far, and I know it's slower, but if this looks better so far, then awesome. Awesome. Because you guys seen how it reacted on the bridge with the bike. Now, this is the first time that I've actually, what you would say, been out on the road with this. I've had it out on the road right in front of my house, but just a very, very, very little bit. Now, as I get used to this thing, it will indeed go faster as I get used to it. But it's just a matter of getting used to it. Until I get used to it, it's just going to be about this pace right here, maybe. I just ran into the sign. I run into it with my hand. It says no parking. I'm gonna park. Nah. But I do still have to put my hubcap over it. The hubcap's not on it yet. Now the thing about this is you got to place your feet just right on it, because if you don't, then it is wobbly and it's a little bit harder to control. But what I want to do is I want to get over on the other side, because the music ain't as loud on the other side. But that's the side we rode down, so I want to get down on the other side as well. I am glad y'all made it back to join us. Now, I don't know if I want to ride all the way down to the park or not. I'm just not sure about it. I wished I'd have brought the microphones. That way I could have set you guys down and rode around without holding it. But I didn't. Now, just a friendly reminder, if you ain't got that thumbs up button yet, smash it, mash it, punch it, kick it, lick it. We do not care how you do it. Stop smurfing on it. So we're going to cross the street here. Hey, look at that. He's a driving advertisement. Said something about tequila on it. And right now, my legs and ankles, they're a little bit still yet. They're a little bit weak from the ride yesterday. I just sat and rode it and rode it and rode it until I run the battery out. I'm going to go ahead and ride on down here to the park. Now, I don't know how fast I'm going right now. Maybe 3 or 4 miles an hour. Maybe. But it's pretty steady. That was a decent bump right there that we just hit. I mean, a decent bump. Hey, pretty good. How you doing? And now, as far as my ankles and my legs go, I am going to have to strengthen them up to where I can properly ride this thing. I mean, I'm riding it. I don't know if you can see my shadow or not, but doing pretty decent. Doing, somewhat decent. But like I said, I can't get much faster than this because right now my ankles aren't used to it, and they do want to do the wobble. If I get to wobbling too much, I'm going down. Oh man, there's a speed bump. Lord have mercy. Let's do it. Ah! God, that scared the crap out of me, man. I thought I was going down. That was a pretty decent sized speed bump though. I mean, it's not terrible, but it's decent. So, let's now, as far as that hill goes, I know Super Trucker said do a comparison on the hill climb, but there's not much with the hills I can do right now. I'm going to have to keep it on level ground. As I start getting better, then I can start doing the hills. But as of right now, I'm going to have to keep it off the hills a little bit. Pretty decent little turn, pretty decent. It took me almost all day yesterday to get to doing the turns leaning backwards. And the leaning backwards turns are actually easier than the leaning forward turns. The leaning forward turns, I don't know, it takes a little bit more convincing your body to do the leaning forward, and you would think it would be leaning backwards, but that was my big fall, was where I was trying to turn. I was trying to turn around. The big fall that done my elbow and the big bruise on my leg and on my shin, those all come from the exact same fall, and that was where I tried to turn from going out of my driveway to back down my driveway. And I was not it's kind of a thinking process with the turning here. If you think of what way you want to go, and that's the way the board will go, but you got to actually get into that mental thought of it to where you can do it. All right, now we're on bumpy little pebble rock sidewalk, which the bike, that sends it into a huge jittery shake. And right now, I don't know what the jitter looks like, but, and that was a dismount. I just dismounted, so. Cut the corners, take the grass. Well, the thing is, it'll do the grass. It'll do the grass, but I've not done the grass yet. See, my grass right now is high where I've not been able to mow it, so I've not been able to get in the grass and ride. All I've been able to do so far is ride the pavement. Yeah, I have fished here. Caught quite a few fish off of this. Here, let's walk down here for just a second. Now you can actually run these things off these steps. I'm not that caliber yet, but I've seen people do it. Drop them off the steps. I'm just gonna carry it. Excuse me. All right. Now, normally this river is crystal clear. Crystal clear. Will they float in the water? I kind of doubt it, man. That thing weighs 35 pounds, man. 35. It might float. It might. I don't know. But the river's actually up. Normally when it hadn't rained in a few days, it's crystal clear. You can see down to the bottom. But unfortunately, it's not crystal clear today. Now, that is the bridge right there. We'll be crossing it here in a few minutes. Yeah, they got, oh no, it's 35 pounds, 35. Of course, I know, there's not a big difference between 30 and 35, but yeah, it's actually a pretty nice park here. Now, I've caught a bunch of trout, perch. What's the one fish? The creek chub out of this. But if you go on up about, I want to say 3 to 4 miles, if you go on up the river, is where I caught my very first rainbow trout, which was 4 pounds. 4-pound trout. That sucker was huge. Look at that. All right. Now, like I said, my legs are wore out from practicing on this thing yesterday. Practicing. My legs are wore out for real. Now I could run us back over there and run the sidewalks, but yeah, let's go ahead and do that. We'll run back over that way a little bit. That was the mount. I mean, it's not that bad. It's not that hard once you get it down. So here's the little incline. It's not that big. Now, I did take a pretty hard spill yesterday. Donnie was asking me about how I was going to mount the camera and to record while we're doing this, and I had it up against the speed bump in my driveway. I've got a little, it's not a speed bump, it's a water bump is what it is. It's supposed to keep water off the carport, but right now it's not doing its job. But I was sitting right against that and I wasn't thinking about it. And I went to hop up on it and I stopped. And then all of a sudden it caught traction and went over the bump, and man, off of it I came. And I hit hard, but I just straight down on my butt. Got him a basketball court. Now we got goose poop on my tires. Got the police sitting over there. I don't know if he's actually in his car or what he's doing. City of McKaysville Police Uniformed Patrol Division. Huh. That's what the building says over there. I've never noticed that before. Ever. So we got a dog park right there. Look at that. That's news since last time I was down here. Which it's been a minute since I've been down here last, but this place, it is beautiful. So if you don't think you're going to get a workout on these things, you're sadly mistaken. it is hard on your legs. Or it is mine anyway. So yeah, this is the dog park. We might be cruising about 4 or 5 miles an hour right now, maybe. Now, the reason why I'm bringing you right here for, they didn't have this completed last time I was here. Or the time that I'm talking about anyway. Dismount. So, me and Tasha was right here. None of this was really completed right through here. It was completed just up to the dog park right there. That sidewalk. And then actually the dog park wasn't there. But we was standing right through here somewhere. And there was a little deer, baby deer. I mean, maybe about 2 foot high, maybe. He comes trotting through right here where the picnic tables are at. He jumps in. Let me see if I can zoom in. Right about here's, when I zoom in, there'll be a little branch going up over into the, or up over the water a little bit. So that's what I'm wanting to show you. Okay, right there. That little branch right there, that's where he jumped in at, was where that branch is at. Right there. He jumps in about right there. Okay. Now, the picnic table benches, not the table, the benches, that's about how tall he was. It was about as tall as the benches, maybe. So he jumps in right there where the branch is hanging over, and he starts swimming across. And I mean, he's booking it, but the water's pushing him. And by the time he got across from where he jumped in over there, by the time he got across, he was somewheres around, there's some steps right there. I'm going to zoom in so you guys can see it. He was somewheres right there around those steps when he hopped out, and he run up where the flag's at. I mean, he was gone. Apparently, the rest of his family had already done crossed through there, and he was either not paying attention in the woods, or I don't know what it was, but yeah, he come out of the woods there, right around, and he was either come around or right there in the center. Comes out, jumps in, trots all the way across the river. The river pushed him down about that far, and then right back out. It was pretty interesting. I think that's probably the only time that I've ever seen a deer in real life swim. I've seen the deer swim before, but right up close like that. There was another time we was going by the Ozark Lake, and we seen some full-grown deer out in the lake swimming. But this was a little baby swimming across the river, and we was right up here at it, and I just thought it was pretty neat. So, here we go with the mount. Let's see if I can show you guys. Whoa, that was kind of tough, because I wanted to make the turn while starting. So see, that was something I wasn't able to do yesterday, was do a turn from a start out. So I'm improving, and I'm not gonna say I won't never fall again, because I know I will. And I should have brought the bike down here and rode it around. This is pretty smooth though. I mean, it's pretty smooth. But check that out. The swings right there on the river. How freaking cool is that? Those are new. Those wasn't there before. All this part was still grown up the last time I was here. It was grown up pretty good. They've done an excellent job out here fixing this park up for everybody. I mean, a freaking excellent job. Look at that. Right looking at the river. Now I do want to hit the grass just to see how it does. That's where they put their rafts in or take them out. let's, well, all right, that wasn't too awful bad. Not too bad. I don't want to do it much because that was a challenge for me. Believe it or not, that was a challenge. All right, now to avoid the speed bump, I'm gonna go back up and over. I don't want to keep hitting speed bumps because that was the first two going over the speed bump. So now, I can't see the comments because if I sit and try to look too much, what's going to happen is I'm going to lose my balance and I am going to fall. But what's your thoughts on this ride so far compared to the e-bike? How do you feel this one against the e-bike so far? Give me a thumbs up emoji for this one or a thumbs down emoji if you like the e-bike better. And I'll stop and look in just a second. I don't know how fast we're going to have no idea. I do have the app on right now. I felt like that was what interfered with the stream earlier when we was in the truck. Because right when I turned the app on for this, which what that does is it registers how far I drive, how fast I ride, not drive, but how far I ride and how fast I ride, and how much battery I've got. Susan likes them both, and she likes the beard cam too, so don't you guys be fooled by anything that Susan says. She likes that beard cam as well. But yeah, I mean, I do. I like them both. Don't get me wrong, I like them both. But as far as the picture goes, I think this one just might be a little bit better. We're going to get on them blocks out there. That would be a pretty decently rough ride on the e-bike. Let's see how this does. Now, I don't know, and I do not have y'all in the stretched out screen, I don't think. I think I've got you in the regular close-up screen. So if it's not jittery or shaking at all, that's most excellent. Jeez, y'all. Look at that freaking motorcycle. All right. Now I used to have the 883 Sportster. It was that color and white. That is what Harley refers to as whiskey orange. Whiskey orange. I used to have one, not just like that one, but it was that color with white. All right, now we're going to go across the bridge. Got to make sure I got my feet planted about right. Hang on just a second. I'm going to put you guys on mute. Sheesh. That's just loud. Wasn't expecting it to be that loud. That's why I come over on this side of the bridge rather than that side, because the music's too loud. Now this is what this is another thing that I like about this versus the bike. I can actually move the camera around. It's not stationary. It's not limited to my handlebars. And it's not terribly slow. I mean, once I get the hang of it, it's actually going to be faster than the e-bike when I want it to be. So, and see, here's another real rough spot right here. That's a rough spot, big time. Where's Tasha? She's at work, Lorna. If you want to run back to the first part of the stream before we started buffering real bad, we stopped up there and said hi to Tasha, so that Tasha could say hi to everybody else. But she's at work, working hard. They're busy over there today. Now this does take a lot more than the e-bike does. It takes a lot more to sit and ride this thing. So my legs are burning right now. I mean, they're on fire. But it's because I rode it, I mean, for quite a while yesterday. Trying to run the battery dead so I could recharge it. And now off 30% battery, according to my app, I run 5 miles on 30% battery. This thing is supposed to get between, I think it says between 20 and 32 miles per charge. I don't know, how close that'd come. I don't know what kind of riding will affect it. Now right there is where everybody gets off the train at. You got no vote. I have no vote, my first other than the trucking stream. Well, and this has got to add. This has just got to add a good, what do you want, how do you want to say it? A good sidestep to the trucking. Can't tag 10-4 on that, 10-4 on that. But, all right, I'm gonna look at the app right quick. I'm gonna see what it says the fastest is we've rode so far. We've got 23, according to my app, we've got 23 miles of range on the battery. 23 miles. We started out, we've done 1.5 miles on this trip. Just on this trip right here, we've rode 1.5 miles. And our top speed has been 7 miles per hour on this trip. Oh man. Look at that. Wait, dang it. Ah, he got away from us. It's a 3-wheeled scooter track. I tell you what, the channel now is from 1 wheel to 18 wheels. We will cover it all when we can. This will be a whole lot more convenient to get in and out when we come up to a small town like this, just to stop on the dime, get out and run around it right quick, hop back in the truck and take off and go. That was my actual intentions with the e-bike, but somebody trying to outdo me. That was my actual intentions with the e-bike, y'all. was to get into towns like this, get out, make a small video, get back in. But that dang e-bike is a little pain in the butt. Where's the fender? It's up at the house. I haven't put it on yet. I got a black fender. I'll put it on. I'll be putting it on. I've got it. It's just I hadn't got it on there yet. You promised your mom you'd never ride a motorcycle. Dang it. I promised my grandmother that I wouldn't as long as she was alive. Oh, sign the Bible, dang it. But now when we come into places like this right here, we can pull the truck over. If there's a plausible place to pull the truck over, we can snatch this one wheel out of the truck, either set up a separate live stream, which is what I need to do, or we can just throw it in on the live stream, which is what I don't need to do. That can haul more groceries. I tell you what, the hill climbing test that I was talking about it earlier, and I'm gonna set you guys down for just a second and sit and talk. Maybe I am. All right, let's twist you this way. Can you hear me pretty good? You probably could, Andy. You probably could. I forgot what I was going to say now. What was I saying? Oh yeah, the hill climbing test. Super trucker. Super trucker said, do a hill comparison with them, which I know what he's referring to. It's one of these hills right here at the house. Probably the one that I done last time with the e-bike on the very first ride around. Here, check it out, y'all. That's it right there. Ah, that's a dang 3-wheeled scooter. It's got training wheels on it. All right. Oh, I feel it in my legs right now, Bob. My legs. Because I rode 5 miles yesterday. In my driveway, just in circles, round and round and round in circles, trying to run my battery dead. That thing had training wheels on it. It was a regular little scooter, but it had the training wheels on it. But so let me get back to the point of the hill. Super Trucker wanted to do a comparison on it. When I first got that e-bike and I'd done the video going up the hill, I did not have to pedal at all going up that hill, just a little slight bit. Now, going up the hill just a little bit that I've rode it, now going up the hill, I actually have to put some pressure on the pedals to go up that same hill. This one, but now, with the one wheel, I made it a little ways up the hill, but not very far. But it's on its basic ride style, which right now its top speed is only 12 miles an hour. That's as fast as I can get it, is 12. Yeah, 12 miles an hour is as fast as I can get it. Later, once I get to riding it more, I'll bump it up to where I can do the 20. But as of right now, it's on the low speed, so it don't climb. It's not climbing the hills real good. Are you saying I gained weight? Man, no. I'm still 180 pounds. Good Lord. It looks like I've gained weight, though. My chest has gotten bigger. My stomach's gotten bigger. My legs don't fit in the camera view quite as well. Shut up, man. Shut up. You be talking about my weight like that. Now the space of my tooth has gotten bigger. I did not used to have a gap between my teeth. Where that son of a gun come from, I don't know. Yes, actually I do know, but that's neither here nor there. That's not the point of this video. Oh yeah, we are sitting in front of Kenny's Pizzas and Subs. On a scale from 1 to 10, I don't give them a real high rating. They're not that great. On a scale from 1 to 10. I mean, that's just me. Alright. I didn't know anybody was here. They're open. Here we go. Pizza by the slice. Yeah, it's got some different modes on it. Right now it's just in the very basic mode where it don't go extreme. Matter of fact, it's on its lowest setting right now. Right now I can only top it out at 12 miles an hour, and its actual top speed is 20. So yeah, it's got what would be considered a sport mode. Man, it smells good though. I already get me a piece of pizza just by one slice. But let's see how the goose react to it. I mean the geese. Come on, spread them wings. They're outrunning me, man. They're not even flying. They're toying with me. Come on, guys. There we go. But I mean, really, it's not bad. It's not. I did take a couple of good falls. I took a couple of good falls. The first one, my first crash was the worst crash. But it wasn't my last crash. I've crashed it about, well, here, let me, I know I showed you guys the picture, but let me show you a little bit, burn rubber. Let me give you a little bit better glimpse of it. Now this was brand new when I bought it. Did not buy it used. So, we're gonna start right there. I'm gonna give you guys a view down this board. This sideboard. Bad pizza, yeah. Now, look at this side. And if you think that is bad, let's give you a real look at the bottom. This thing looks like it's been ridden for about 300 miles or better. Nope, it's only been ridden for 6 miles ish, give or take, something like that. Now Donnie's bike broke another belt. It's at the shop, and that's the shop that it's at. He actually had to put it in the shop again. Yeah, I'm going to put a Ride Along Gang sticker on right here. And actually, anybody that's got a channel that wants to send me a sticker, I will put the sticker on the, I'll put the sticker on the hub when I put it on there. Anybody that's got a YouTube channel that wants a sticker on it, send it to me. And if you've got little stickers, I'll put those on it. Which I've got Super Trucker sticker, and I've got Scratching with D-Man or Dallas. I've got his sticker I'm gonna put on it. I've got them two already. So if you want a sticker on it, if you want a sticker on it, get it to me quick because it won't take long to fill that thing up. Is there a limit for the one wheel? I was reading earlier today in my instruction manual, which I pulled out for the first time. Yeah, send me one, Bob. 275 pounds, I think, was what I read, if I remember correctly. And that's for the GT. Now, for the Pint, it's less. I don't know how much less, but the Pint is less. There is a Pint X, and the GT. I got the GT, which is the biggest one that they've got. The Pint X would have probably been a good one. Is that a dent? What? How did that happen? Did I actually hit something that hard? No. Yeah, I mean, pretty decent size. It's pretty decent size. I don't know. Of course, you're going to get a lot less battery if you're up there at the 275 pound range. You're going to get less battery, and it's not going to go as fast. But how much it interferes with it, I don't know. Now, I think this was where I think I set the bike down on top of it. To be honest, I've not took any, so far, I've not took any crashes with this helmet on yet. Even my crashes with the one wheel, I didn't have my helmet on, and I did hit my head on the door, crashed right into the door. I want to put one here. I think I might put a Ride Along Gang sticker here, and that's another thing. What I'll do is I'm gonna fill my wheel cover up, and I'll fill my helmet up with stickers. So if you got a sticker and you want it featured on the Ride Along Gang, kind of like how Cowboy Car Custom does, send it to me, and I will use up as much space as I possibly can. Let's get riding, y'all. Oh, here, wait a minute. I'm going to put you guys down and let you see me just riding it in the parking lot, like scooting around. That's what kind of scooter that was with the 3 wheels. It was one like that, but it had training wheels on it. So what I'm gonna do is, let me look at this. I'm gonna see what sort of view you got. And I'm gonna try to keep it, I'll keep it from that line to the sidewalk. Now, if I had my mics, you'd be able to hear me talk, but without, I don't have my mics. So, I'm just gonna ride it around in a couple of circles, maybe a figure 8 or something, enough for y'all to see. That way you can actually see me riding it. I wish my little rotator worked so you guys could see that. And I mean, I'm a little rough on the stopping and dismounting. It's not too awful bad. It's not too bad. But kick flipping? No. You're right, Joe. There is such a difference in whipping this out than getting that e-bike out. I didn't anticipate. I thought that e-bike was going to be a whole lot more convenient, and I thought I was going to be able to do a whole lot more videos. But this thing right here, I mean, I'll be leaving this probably up in the front seat or right in front of the front seat. That way I can just, whenever we roll through a town like this, we can take 5 minutes or 10 minutes or whatever, stop, run around. As long as I'm not on an extreme deadline, like we have to run every single mile that we've got available that day, we'll be able to stop in a lot more places and be able to do this. Hopefully I stayed right in camera view for you, and that was a pretty decent little run. Hopefully. I tell you what, man, I'm getting the looks here. I'm getting the looks, no doubt about that. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually cross the highway and take us right over to that. I wished I was good enough to go up the ramp right there, but not quite that good yet. Not yet. Give me a little bit of time and I will be. And see, this is what I like right here, is I can move you guys around and without having to run the bike around and show y'all. But I do have to watch my head a little bit, because stuff like that I'm even with. And normally I don't have to worry about stuff like that at all. Now, I did tell that guy where to look at, because he was like, I expect to see that on YouTube tomorrow. And I said, well, if you'll pop on the Ride Along Gang, you can see it today. No tomorrows. Well, I mean, it'll be there tomorrow, but... And so, this speed right here is pretty dang comfortable. I don't know what speed I'm going, but it's pretty dang comfortable. So as time goes on, I know that, well, when we first started out, I was putt-putting real slow. And now, you know, we're moving at a pretty decent rate. It's not terribly slow. Now that was pretty wavy on my feet. Or my ankles, I mean. And I probably could ride it on up to where Tasha's at right now, but we've already disturbed her work once today, so we'll just let it go at that. But heck yeah, I think this is pretty good. Check that out, y'all. Big bump. Gotta watch the cars. Gotta watch the dogs. Oh yeah, speaking of, I'll be carrying my bear spray a lot. Since we're doing this, I'll definitely be carrying the bear spray. But yeah, we're over all kinds of bumps, and I don't know how the jitter is done with this. Hopefully a lot better. Now that was not beer in that bag, because they do not sell beer here at this convenience store. But I tell you one thing, my ankles they're wearing down. So I am going to have to run this thing back, which I shouldn't have crossed here. I should have went on up. But I'm feeling good right now. Whoa, that was tough. Yeah, that was tough. Dang it. That was a bit jittery. Here's that state line that I was talking about. Yeah, the bear spray for the dogs. Bear spray for the dogs. Sorry about that. And now see, I don't even have to put it up on a kickstand. All I have to do is hop off of it, and there it is. Dog spray for bears. Sent me fan mail, 10-4, appreciate that. Yeah, right here. Something. Alright, I'm going to do a screenshot if somebody wants to do it. All I'm going to do is walk over there, though. Oh, I forgot. I walked right up on the camera like, dang, check them clouds out, y'all. All right. Now, I don't know how it's going to do as far as buffering once we get up and around the corner. But once we get up, hopefully I'll get back in the truck and it'll do all right. But the stream ain't gonna last much longer, so thank you for watching. If you take off on the buffer, if you didn't give me a thumbs up on the way in, by all means give it on the way out. Do it, double check it. Let's go ahead and finish this last little journey. I'm gonna run it right up through there and around over to the truck. Truck's parked right over there. Just a friendly reminder, ladies and gentlemen, if you've not got that thumbs up button, yes, smash it, mash it, punch it, kick it, lick it. We do not care how you do it. Stop smurfing on it. Now I would stay out here and do this a whole lot longer. Is that a fan? We got a lot of people. Look, I didn't realize until I got over to the sign all the people that was sitting there watching. But there ain't as many people on that bench watching as they is right here on YouTube, is they? Man, what I was saying was I would ride a lot longer, but my freaking legs are wore out. Yeah, my legs are wore out, so I just can't keep riding. They're getting tired. They're getting wobbly. or I would definitely keep right on riding around. Go ahead and get on up there towards the finish line. How about that? Now see, we just rode over the 3 meter readers. Oh, look! That, ladies and gentlemen, is freaking nice. That is nice, man. Would I have that in a heartbeat? Dang. That is nice, y'all. Blacked out. Pipes are blacked out. Wow, that's nice. I better get out of here before he tries to shoot me. Dirt bike. Wait a minute, look at the back of the Jeep. Now, if you're ever in Copper Hill, you got a Mexican restaurant right down there at that red light. You got another Mexican restaurant right there. And then you've got another one right there. If you're ever in Copper Hill for anything and you want Mexican, that one is the one to go to. They're expensive, but they are good. Now, I don't know what's the name of it. Mexico Loco is the name of that one. And I figure I'd give you guys a look when I start up like that. Much easier. Sorry about that.
Oh, it's falling down.
I fell a few times. I got a good scuff on the elbow and a huge bruise. All right, you know what? My legs aren't hurting, to the extreme. Y'all missed this part earlier, so let's do this part one more time. We'll go right down through here because I know it was buffering. Hopefully it's not now. Now, ladies and gentlemen, here's another thing that I really want to try and do. I want to see how it runs across stuff like this right here. I'm not going to do it today. My legs aren't strong enough. They're just not. They're way too sore for that. But I do want to when and if we can run across abandoned tracks or tracks that we know is not really been run on, just to see how that runs across the ties, if they're big enough. I can't right now, and I know that. Just absolutely can't. My legs are way, way too tired for it. But that's a thought. What the heck is that? Oh, it was tennis shoes. All right, look, we got a green light. Can we do it? Can we do it? Can we do it? We got it. I didn't look, so hopefully nobody runs it. So this was the ride that y'all missed earlier. I rode down from where we turned right after talking to the lady. Come right down here and I stopped right there to fighting with the internet, trying to get the internet back on. That was the only part that was missed. It's not bad. It's not bad. It's not bad. Expensive? Yeah, it is. It wasn't an expensive investment. Maybe way more than I probably. Nah, I'm not even gonna say that. It was expensive. I mean, and I'll tell you how much it was. I don't mind to do that. $2,500 is what it costed. Not gonna have no regret with it for sure. Unless if I was to lose my job tomorrow, then I might regret buying it. But as long as I don't lose my job tomorrow, I'm not gonna regret buying it, because this is something that I've wanted. Is one of these for about 6 years, and I think they've only been on the market for 7 or 8, maybe 9. But I seen a guy riding one at a river one time. Before I ever seen one anywhere else. That was the very first one I'd laid eyes on. And he used it. He pulled his boat like up to the ramp, and his car was like 3 or 4 or 5 miles up the river from where, he was boating. I don't know why he didn't just, he was having problems with his motor, so he had to pull it into that ramp. Pulled one of those things out, hopped on it, took off. And he was back in like within 5 minutes at best. And I know he said his car was about 5 to 6 miles up, because I offered to give him a ride up there. And he's like, oh no, I've got this here. He said, no big deal. Been wanting one ever since. But now the reason why I stopped here, they're right behind the green building there is, yeah, it was 2,500. It was 2,500 plus. Wasn't over. It wasn't a 2,600, but it wasn't under 25. It's 2,587, maybe 2,587, something like that. But the reason why I'm walking over here is to show you guys. On the other side of that fence right there, this is a Copper City Auto Service. Now, back when I was first doing live streams, when I very first got the channel to where I could do a live stream, I come up to these guys and said, hey, can I go magnet fishing back here behind y'all's place? And I have pulled out so much. I pulled out a bunch of stuff right here out of that part of the river. I've been up and down the river, but right here behind that fence, behind their building, all kinds of stuff. And that was with my weak magnet. Ain't no telling what I could have pulled out with my... Well, I think I might have had both magnets. But anyway, if you ever want to do magnet fishing, and there's a garage on the river or the body of water where you're at, see if you can get behind their place and go check it out, because there's all kinds of stuff behind this place. I'm sure there's all kinds of stuff behind the other places. Magnet fishing for steelheads. How about it? Magnet fishing for steelheads. I wish the water was clear today. I really do. That would just be like icing on the cake. Yeah, now that's like one of my very first live streams was the magnet fishing. That was before I started doing anything to do with trucking other than fishing on the... fishing while I was out, riding or doing the trucking job. Here we go. Now, I could, yeah, for anybody that missed it, if you missed me riding around in front of the camera, I'll put it right here, because this seems to capture quite a bit of the lot. Now, I don't know if you can see my foot or not. Let me see. All right, you should be able to see it. I'll turn it around. Now, when I put my feet on, emplacement. I noticed a lot of people ride with them sideways. My back foot though feels the most comfortable at this diagonal angle. Now my front foot, when I put it up here, I'll put it similar to the diagonal, but more straight sideways. Well, it's actually all the way sideways. And all the way sideways seems to hold my balance better. Seems to. And I tell you what, this is better than any hoverboard that I've ever rode on. And I like it better than the e-bike. I like it better. And as I get to where I can ride better, I know I'll like it. I mean, even more. This is my 4th day. This is just the fourth time that I've been on it riding. So it's not like I've been practicing the whole time that I've been off. You know, the first day I crashed it about 15 times, so I couldn't handle riding it that much. After about the 15th crash, I had to just stop. I mean, I had to just completely stop because I was literally what's going on here? Why are you shaking for? I had to stop because I was literally in pain. But I had to force myself to stop. I rode it again the second day for just a little bit, and I kept crashing when I was trying to make my turns. And that's what kept causing me to crash every single time was when I was trying to make my turns the first and second day. The third day, my brain finally clicked with it. You have to keep the nose down when you're making your turns. You have to keep that nose down, and that was what was causing me to crash. Is I wasn't keeping the nose of the board down. I was pulling it up and trying to turn, and it wasn't. There was no motion to turn, so it kept causing me to crash. And the third day, I finally realized, I guess, what I was doing wrong. I'm not trying to brag or anything, but I've already got pretty decent sized calf muscles. I think it comes from being short. I'm not going to show you guys right now because I got these real tight pants on. Oh, you craziness. I'm messing with you guys. I only got one tire to kick out here. Oh, check it out, y'all. We got a helicopter. I don't know what kind that is. That looks private to me. I don't think it was Life Force. What, this town that we're in right now? This town's only about populated of about 500 people. That's about all the population is for this town. About. So now see, I didn't get my foot placed right. And that's what I'm still trying to get figured out is the stopping and the dismount. Now that's better placed to feel more stable. If you notice, that one's at the angle and that one's pretty sideways. It's at a little angle, but it's pretty well sideways. Oh, look at that, look at that. Dang it. My effects are not there, y'all. I can't do no popcorn, my effects aren't there. I get you back on that popcorn. Boom! Y'all are freaking awesome. Thank you. Thank you so much for over 200 thumbs up right here, Dry Long Gang. Really do appreciate it. Snatch some, wait a minute. Snatch some salt from the salty crew, butter up that popcorn, and enjoy the rest of y'all's day. It'll be there in a second. We do love the misfits around here. Where'd it go? There it is. Now, how much do we love the misfits? Freaking bunches. That's the best I can do right now. My stuff's gone. I have nothing up there. So I just throwed it in on the text since I'm not driving. I went ahead and threw it in on the text. Life Force, yeah, it's out of Chattanooga, but at its best, buddy, no doubt, at its best. It wasn't colored up, it was black. Didn't have any white, it was black and gray. I mean, it could have been Life Force, but I think Life Force might be white and orange if I'm not mistaken. Thank y'all for 200 thumbs up. I really do appreciate it. I want to show you guys. Wait a minute. I lost my stance right there. Show you guys the startup. My dismount right now needs a lot of work, but it's doing pretty good. It's not doing too bad at all. Now, this is going to go in the truck till we leave tomorrow. Well, it'll be in the truck when we leave tomorrow, but it's not going back to the house with me because I do live on the hill, and I don't want to try to ride it up the hill right now. It's not got enough power for me, but it could probably make it. It could probably make it, but I don't want to try it because the hill that I live on is freaking steep. I mean, it is steep. I don't know if you can get a view of that one right there or not. It's steeper than, it's about that steep. Not steeper, but it's about that steep. But all in all, it's not bad. It's not bad. But now I did have to let Tasha order it for me because of the price. It's hard for me to spend that much money on anything. Oh, Tasha's getting off at 8 o'clock, y'all. Tasha's getting off at 8. So, all right, let's see. This is where the internet shot out on us, so it might shoot out on us again. And that's the dismount. That was a good dismount right there. That wasn't bad at all. I'm gonna stick it right here just in case we don't buffer out, just in case. And I'm gonna show you how the putting this in and taking the e-bike out from right here. Hopefully nobody runs over the camera. But I'm gonna show you what the process looks like here of getting the e-bike out and putting the one wheel in. Oh, wait a minute. Before we do that, let's look at the stats of what we rode real quick. All right, we rode 2.7 miles, and our top speed was 7.2 miles per hour. We rode just under 3 miles on this today, just under 3. So that's not too bad, really. I mean, that's not too bad. Tasha's gonna ride the hand. No, she's got somebody bringing her home. That e-bike is not fun. It absolutely is not fun to put up in there. But I do appreciate everybody watching. Thank you for all the thumbs up. We will be riding out tomorrow somewhere between 12 and noon. 12 and noon. Somewhere between 10 and noon. Probably closer to 10, but maybe a little bit after. Because I got about 100 and, I don't know. It's about a 3-hour drive, so I need to be up way before, I need to be gone way before noon. Hope you enjoyed today's ride. We'll see everybody back tomorrow. That's coming back tomorrow. Y'all have a wonderful night.